Well, chat, welcome back to the finale. That's right, the finale of fucking, what's it called? Perseus Mandate. Our favorite because it's actually canon to how Dave would have invaded Academy City. He would not have, in fact, sent a bunch of random generic boys. Because at that point he could just win. No, chat. He would have sent in the boys. Who are the boys, you ask? Well, Phase Commando's boys, of course. So while Woden was doing her fantabulous bullshit, naturally the rest of Judgment had to be doing something, right? And though we've seen most of this storyline, us with a team of Judgment officers fighting Dazed forces, just trying to get a certain thing and evacuate, it all culminates into this. One of Woden's superiors, who is in fact guiding her younger her friends, Ken, Olivia, Sokka. She's been tasked with figuring out what the hell the bad men want and kill. Oh dear. May think she's in the wrong place.
Area. Keep your eyes peeled. Copy that. I'll check it out. What's your status?
Sadly, we're a telepath, chat. That means we're not as good as other people.
Target is confirmed to be in the area. Keep your eyes peeled.
Thankfully, Woden breaking time so many times
To be in the area.
works in her favor. on.
Target is confirmed to be in the area. Keep your eyes peeled.
You sure do have a situation.
Suppressive fire. Target is confirmed to be in the area. Keep your eyes peeled. You will see him. Take cover.
Oh, fuck?
Target is confirmed to be in the area. Keep your eyes peeled.
stole her children,
Couldn't.
took her life. My mother does not like thieves.
Fascinating shit there, Fettel. Explain to us why we give a shit.
Document it all. Leave nothing out.
Yes, sir.
What the fuck?
Uh-huh. So to get this one straight, you want us to walk in there and kill ourselves. Wait, what the Chancellor wants, the Chancellor gets.
Clear the area. Check it. Get to cover.
That's the worst part, chat. Is hearing that. One of the lines you can hear in the background is these soldiers in particular yelling, "Let me out of here." As if now they're perpetually stuck down here. Forever.
My name is John Briers. I'm a geneticist with Armacham's Perseus project. The entire facility is in lockdown. We are being held prisoner.
Get the F.E.A.R. They're here.
Something has gone wrong with the second prototype.
I never cared much for him.
Let me out of here. May shouldn't be here, chat. Is it weird that as a child, that was the loudest noise? Like, as a kid, we got here and we heard those screams, and it was... We went outside and we were like, hey, did you... Like, we asked our parents, hey, did you hear that screaming noise? And they're like, nah. We're like, oh. Okay. It might as well have been the loudest fucking noise on Earth.
Target spotted. Get to the website. Grenade. You wiped out the whole squad.
Hello? Oh, you big baby bitch. Wah! I died! Fuck off. Could have shotgun the thing. Fuck you, pussy. Why are we going down? We're already underground. Is fighting her way through, moving deeper into the underground. Oh, fucking perfect. Well, thank God Captain Cocksuck is up there doing God's work. Wodens still? We don't want to bully you, Astral, but we have to bully you. For critical thinking skills. Is this still Woden? I don't fucking know, man. Look at the title. That seems to be a different name. Perhaps. Okay. We don't want to be an asshole, but it's just like, come on, man. Who is May? Now that's a better question. And that one we will reward with an answer. Funny enough, this is actually Mai Suzumia is one of Wodens' superiors in the Judgment, aka basically cop. Basically, this is one of Wodens' superiors, who, in the meantime of Woden doing her wacky bullshit, we like the thought process of during the Dave's invasion, because we made in that tabletop the Daves, they're supposed to look like the replicas, because we thought it'd be fun. So this is supposed to be May during all that, one of Woden's superiors, dealing with the replica invasion on her own. However, she actually deals with the Phase Commander's boys, which are the cream of the crop. So she's not fighting Dave's boys, she's fighting Dave's elites. Which just so happen to want to steal a lot of cloning technology. What are the odds? Like, is the Dave invasion? Okay. Now that question requires so much more of an explanation, you would never believe it. We need to recruit help. Is Kane joining? Kane's asleep for tomorrow. Kane is joining tomorrow for the big one. Is the big one Neptunia? You're goddamn right. But what's even better is apparently in that Kane joins. Kane is apparently in that game. And I will fucking make him suffer. I will make him feel fucking fear, Chad. We will make him bleed. Anyway, the big thing is Mail is one of Suzumi's, is one of Wodens' superiors. So this is what she's, the Dave invasion, however, oh boy, is basically so. Okay. So Dave. He has so much to explain. Dave is essentially a very smart individual from his home planet who realized every time he died, he got to be reincarnated as another person. Now, this new person he was reincarnated as had their own hopes and dreams. He was essentially a voice in their head. And there's a specific This isn't a spoiler for Afro Samurai, but this is what we think is happening in there. In Afro Samurai, and this happens kind of early on, the ninja with him we're pretty sure is supposed to be in his head, and it's the more outgoing version of him, telling him what to do. To a degree. It's like his conscience talking to him. Now, Dave was a man who, when he died, his next version took over. Whether it was a man, woman, doesn't matter. And this next version could be a version that eats kids, that kills and eats children, which is one of the forms. And the rest of his personalities have to just agree with that. So after a lot of Daves have died and come back, he's learned how to call certain versions. So at one point, he decided to live every single life he could. And in one version, he was a big hero. In another, he was a child cannibal. In another, he was a cop, using that child cannibal's like methods to hunt down other criminals. Like, that's the point. Like, oh, one of them was like killed children. Oh, that's bad. But then he used that knowledge in the next life to hunt down psychos like that. That's good. The issue is, the newest form wants to become the greatest villain that any universe has ever seen. But he also wants his next life to be the hero that stops him. So in our thing, the replicas are essentially that army. They're clones of a bunch of heroes. But that's the issue. They're heroes. And they know what they're doing is bad. And they will, of course, one day rebel. But he's leveraging that he can wait, that he can, like, delay the inevitable until his hero comes along. That's a long explanation. Now, during his while he's waiting to, like, get fucked up by himself, he sends a bunch of his armies to basically join Goza. Goza's an eldritch god from, like, Lovecraft, essentially. If you've read Lovecraft, you get it. It doesn't want to destroy humanity. It's just that we're a bug in the way. So anyway, a guy is working with someone who's like, I'm going to destroy humanity. He's like, cool, I don't give a shit. He wants to make the ultimate super soldier. So he does this whole war. And during the war, they start gaining the advantage because he doesn't realize how heroes work. So to get a leg up on the competition, Goza accidentally finds a way to travel, finds a way to a different reality, which is certain magical rail index and certain scientific railgun. These don't happen in the anime, but these happened in the tabletop. So in the tabletop, at one point, people with superpowers had to fight an unlimited number of clones. One of these espers being Mai, who is a judgment officer, a volunteer cop, who has now had to fight her way through all of this bullshit just to leave. Woden was in a bad ending of actually trying to stop the invasion, only to realize such an act kills everyone she loves. Nick, nah, I'd win. Watch anime then. You should watch anime. It's a very, don't expect the replicas to show up. If this is purely like a tabletop game, Nick, I'd win. Nick wouldn't have won though. That's the funny part. If Nick had showed up in any of those fights, every single one of Dave's forces would have focus fire to kill him, because then Alice would have become unhinged. Issue is, Alice can't follow them through reality. So her rage would have just killed everyone in that reality, giving Goza more soldiers. Nick wouldn't have won. But they know he'd think he would. You. In one way or another. Goza summons Jezebel, which can control every machine ever. Do it, pussy. Said Goza calmly. Also, Gary, we're sad. Nick has a gun. So do Dave's forces. In fact, they have bigger guns. They have fucking this bullshit. A gun that can turn you into a skelly boy. He would shoot a child. Key word there, Nicky boy. You would shoot a child. Phase Commander's forces did shoot a child. And Arinza. Dave's forces also have a railgun. They also have a Rinza. They also have the ability to clone somebody with their full memories and skills. AKA, okay, so, Nick, we never pointed this out in the campaign. Dave's forces were kind of weak, right? That's because they weren't going all out. If Dave wanted to kill you, he had fucking starships. He had the ability to blow up a sun. If he wanted you dead, you'd be dead. But the problem is, Dave doesn't want to win. He has all this shit and he wants to die. If Athena kills Dave, he's won. Canonically ran over like 10 children. Okay. Dave's forces attacked Academy City, and throughout the city, much like in F.E.A.R, there was just dead corpses, which means at one point, Dave's forces walked into our school, got a bunch of kids from different grades, put them up against the wall in our classroom, and gunned them down. Nick doesn't have the balls for that. And we say this as someone who made Ruin Nick, who stuffed people into fucking robot suits. Like, it was goddamn FNAF. He had at least some standards. He just wanted to make the city pay. Nick's forces don't give a shit. When you tortured one of Nick's guys to make them reveal stuff, it was never gonna work. Because they don't give a shit anymore. Kill me! I don't fucking care. I am a hero who is forced to murder children because some psychopath wants me to. Do it, pussy! That is why Emily will never see Black Sheep as a Nick. Evil Nick do anything in his Academy City world. He basically brought the city to extinction. Evil Nick, through his actions, here's the thing, he didn't mean to, but unironically through what he did, he brought the city to nuclear warfare. He brought the world to nuclear warfare. Evil Nick was the catalyst to destroy the world. Open to all the pantheons. I don't know. I didn't watch that far. Natalie and NI9 also don't know, but assumedly they're all dead. Essentially, Nick took over, his machines started World War III, but here's the thing, it's not Academy City in World War III, it's Nick in World War III, with an angel he created. You know the one angel chick? Yeah, in this universe, the other guy failed. So Nick was put in charge of making an angel. The fuck are you talking about? Go watch Go watch Raildex. A lot of this will make sense if you do so. In his reality of multiple Lovecraftian gods, yeah, and? But that's why Nick is also gunned down in our campaign casually by a helicopter. Nick didn't do dog shit. Nick got somebody else to do it. Mimir was the boss fight. Nick wasn't. Nick is built different. Ruined Nick just has nobody who cares. He built Mimir. He did. But in that world, Nick finds out his family's dead. And he just doesn't care anymore. And in this world, since the sisters only exist in one reality, Emily's not there to maybe calm him. We're not saying Emily could have, especially with how she was in that campaign. We're not saying she could have. But Nick's only other, like, lighthouse of someone caring was Alice. Which in this world, her power made her organs fall out of her body because they were too heavy because of her momentum break. So Nick took this poor wretched being and made them nothing more than a monster. This Nick never had a chance. And that's the point. Say what you will about Emily. And she was played incorrectly. But she was the only good point in that entire campaign. Everyone else was psychopaths or murderers. But Emily was a focused psychopath. His first railgun or index. Railgun. But okay, index came first. But railgun does take place before index. And it redoes one of railgun's storylines. We would say watch Railgun up until season, 2, we believe. Watch season 2, then go back and watch Railgun. Because Railgun redoes one of those storylines, but better. But you can only really understand it does it better if you've watched the original series. Which is why we're very sad Olivia didn't save that one clone. Index, then Railgun. Index, up until the movie, then Railgun. Up until season 2. Then go back to... So, Index, up until movie, Railgun, up until season 2, and then from there, the world's your oyster. After that, shit starts going off the rail for every single series, including Accelerator, which you'll meet Accelerator. Accelerator happens around the same time as season 2 and onwards, but it's better if you watch it last, because it'll just make more sense. Technically, Railgun happens first though, but a lot of Railgun storylines don't fucking matter to Index. I thought. Here's the thing. Okay, no, you want us to explain Ruin Nick in full detail? There's still enough of this fucking bourbon left for the next 2 days. So. Ruined Nick is the same Nick. He didn't use his Esper powers a single fucking time. We kept that consistent. However, his power was electrocuting his brain. So, how we made this work, and yes, it's very bootleg and probably not canon, but whoever was in charge of making an angel, and Nick, we know you know the angel, whoever was in charge of making that failed. They could never get it to be under their control. So when they failed, the chairman got somebody else. That somebody else was who else but Nick? A brilliant machinist, someone who made their own AI, a savant with technology, which is also how Emily saw him, by the way, which is why Emily wanted to So, a savant with technology. Well, the other guy couldn't make an angel, so they had him executed, and they had Nick make one. All while under the promise that Nick would get to see his family again. All he had to do was make an angel. So the technological Riz. Jezebel scoots on over. But anyway. So while Nick was working on the angel, and Nick, we will say in our universe, Nick found it fascinating work. He actually enjoyed his work. Yeah, he understood his family was on the line. So, it's making a machine. Nick's not going to fail at that. So to him, it was fascinating. He was given the city's basically limitless resources. All of it was just a giant fucking puzzle. Until one day, much like Callie saw her sisters were kidnapped, Nick saw it. In the obituaries, his family. Was it a mistake? Was it China taunting him? Was it the chairman showing what could happen if Nick went against him? Nobody will ever get to know anymore. Because once Nick saw that, he snapped. The voices told him he was making God. Nick fought against that for his family. But with no one left, he is God. And so Nick made machines. He made cyborg tombs. Not cyborg bodies. Cyborg tombs. Because humanity had fucked him over again and again. And he was done. And that's the story of Ruined Nick. From then on, you can kind of get it. Nick had limited... Nick, what is a man except a miserable pile of secrets? Basically, and Nick... Ruined Nick is gunned down casually by a 50 cal machine gun. And then Mimir continues his work until that entire reality is destroyed. Nick killed all life. And he just wasn't satisfied. He wanted to destroy more life. Again and again and again. Because he's God. And what are his machines? If not his sick, demented children. Nick Revive arc is going to be crazy. What is Ruined Woden? Woden's a special case. And since Nick's here, we can't fully explain it. But Woden can only exist in her current timeline. However, there is a ruined Woden, but it's basically Woden at the end of this F.E.A.R game. Also, Nick, we have to show you how Gary died in this universe. We have to, because we have to know if we got it right that fucking Nick would be down for how he got his ass ripped in half. Okay. So in this timeline, Vestra died. Like, Woden was 10 seconds away from her. And then she found her corpse surrounded by blood with pictures taken. This was after Gary died. And our last stream, which we're gonna like put the last couple we might actually put that entire stream on there. But Gary died several streams before, and then Vestra died. And then on the helicopter, Ken, Sokka, Olivia, Ty, all of them are on that. And then something happens. And Woden feels something in her shoulder, only to see it's an antler. The last stream of Extraction Point for Woden is called Woden Enters Her Villain Arc. You can pick up the rest of the piece from there. But theoretically, this is how Gary died. Lol, you say that? But with the song that played, it's the scariest thing. Because it's not that Woden was angry or disappointed or even mad. Gary died, and Woden only barely gave a shit. My boy die. We will say it's both the most brutal way to die, but also the most overkilled way to die. And we will say it is preferenced by Woden and Gary back to back fighting. And Gary's like basically surrogate in this is voiced by Sergeant fucking Johnson from Halo. Depending on the weather. Now, can we get this shit on stream? Crazy weird stuff. And more of the underground things. We bet you know what the fucking... What the fuck? What the... This is definitely not the side of the bridge we should be on. Let's do... Oh, this is after Gary died. Phenomenal. So this is part of the Woden calmly leaves the city. It's her and Gary, baby. We'll play it. Gary's final moments. We'll come back for the funny sniper. Working on it. Fucking Gary. You're not the only bad motherfucker out here. Out of cover. In the middle of like 15 dudes. Clone super soldier badasses. You're not the only badass motherfucker out here. We believe it. Because you do a mission as that character and you don't have slow-mo. You have to do an entire mission without one of the main mechanics of F.E.A.R, which Woden is using heavily. If there was ever a moment where she respected Gary, now is it. Everything is just blowing up. Gary's fighting in front, Woden's fighting in back. We don't seem to have ammo, and we can't really afford to go back down. Where did we get standard definition? Motherfucker, it's a YouTube video. Fuck off. Did we win? There's a lot of fucking people. This is ours now. We have to play this whole part for you to understand, Nick, how Gary died.
Make a pretty good team out here.
Damn right, Gary. You and us forever. You know how this ends. Wood knows how this ends. Some poor bastard. That implies several. Not in fact several. That implies Gary or Woden ripped several fucking people's arms off. We don't even know what happened to this fucking guy. He was obliterated though. Are you sure you want to go through here? You sure about this one? Bro, we can like blow up this fence. Or just like go through another building. You seem to have like a million C4. We can just, yeah. We don't have to do this one. Oh, we're doing this one. Okay. Doing the campaign? Well, the end of the campaign is when the invasion happens. That's why we made this joke. So here's how Gary dies. I mean, right now. This is a fun fan can thing. Don't think too hard on it.
Fine, Jim.
Gary will be fine. We're like 50% sure he could have just lived through that. Oh, medkit, nice. Yeah, we'll go use that on him. But like, why though? But like, what did he do? And that's how he'll walk it off. And that's how Gary dies. He gets his leg and arm smashed and then beaten the shit out of because I don't know, fuck him, I guess. Vestra dies to much the same effect. And in that campaign, at the end, we just have Woden play a sad song where Olivia's antler is stuck in her shoulder. Kin, Sokka, and Olivia are dead, along with Tai, along with everyone she ever knew, and she's just like, like, Paxton's going like, oh, there'll be this whole war in the streets and fire everywhere, and Woden just goes, shut the fuck up, Paxton. I just don't care. Gary dying? Woden's upset. Vestra also dies? I have nothing left to live for. All of her classmates die? Just shut up. Gar, ironically the best possible duo in the group. They're always fighting. One of them has to actually open up to the other, and we're too drunk and high to do that. We're drunk at this exact moment. And in fact, we want to see this moment as a third-person participant. Oh no. Welcome to F.E.A.R Files. Come on in. Get on in here, you attractive looking being you. And by God, you all are attractive motherfuckers. This is the song Woden has to play after everyone's fucking dead. This is how everyone dies. Play the funny music we were just playing again, right? But this time we do it all clean. And become like the ultimate badass, right? We all agree this time Woden does it right. Fucking YouTube ads. After all, Vestra's dead. Gary's dead. And all of her other friends are on that helicopter. Point is, chat. Gary may be dead. Vestra may be dead. And Woden will never be an actual complete human being ever again. But, as long as she gets that chopper right.
Stay sharp. Here I go for that Blackhawk.
You should know
Chaos in the back alley, attacked by crater life of shade. Then fate did intervene. Oh my God, it's obscene. I lay camp on you, got a squad of There's the past inside, but my flame is burning bright. This is the final battle, give it so come on, bring me your best shot. I live for my crusade, I die for a crusade. This is the final battle, give me all. Got my girlfriends by my side. Grinning face, fearless and wise. Every scar, do a shot at every bar.
Oh yeah, and then these two guys were like inexplicably glitched.
And the YouTube Music app.
Thank you, YouTube Premium. Shut the fuck up. did it, chat. We won.
Hurry up so we can get the hell out of here.
All of Wodens' friends are on the helicopter besides Vestra and Gary. We just have to get out of here.
They tried to bury their sins, but instead planted the seeds of their doom.
It,
But she would not be forgotten. We will make them.
is that an antler stuck in our shoulder?
They will die. All of them. I see your dreams. Fire sweeping the earth, armies in the streets, cities turned to dust. Retaliation.
Fettel. Woden just doesn't give a shit. Just shut the fuck up. And Nick, it was very important for you to see that because in our version, while we were playing, we could hear the fire in the background. But for the song, you just can't. And it makes it worse that everyone Woden knows is fucking dead. And she just doesn't care anymore. Kill us, use us for some big war. I don't care anymore. Gary dying, Woden was already kind of like on the edge. Vestra died, I don't care. Kin's dead, cool. Olivia's dead, awesome. Sokka's dead, I don't give a shit anymore. You took everyone who gave our life meaning. And you expect me to fucking care. Suck my cock, my man. Gary's gonna run off into the multiverse. And Woden will go first time. What does that mean? What could it mean? Fuck you. Find out next time on Dragon Ball Z. Woden just looks at Gary. First time. Gary, scared and confused. Let me go. No, that's all we needed you for. And now Woden's, I don't know, fucking parole officer has to deal with the rest of this shit. You know? We didn't know how that was gonna go. But believe it or not, it wasn't that way. We'll be right back. Once more, we need a fucking paper towel. Oops. We need to go actually kind of quick. It's spreading. Uh-oh. 1 second, check it. And we're back to it.
Just heard from level 1. There was heavy fighting there. Baker 2 isn't responding. Where the hell is everyone? Dread. Oh! Got 2 men down. We can't stop him. don't see him. Negative.
Sit down. Shut up. Kiss my ass.
Team, take cover. Get to cover.
Well, how fucking spooky. Stupid.
They should have left us alone here together.
Why do you think we care? Do you think all the skeletons scare us? We just want to leave.
Target is confirmed to be in the area. Keep your eyes peeled. We have a situation. Target sighted. Grenade, get down.
Yep.
They should have left us alone here together.
Target is confirmed to be in the area. Keep your eyes peeled. I got 2 men down. Fire in the hole. Contact.
Thanks for the ammo, stupid. So there's supposed to be another guy who got fucking splattered. Well then.
All units, Bravo Foxtrot, going now. Get down. Need reinforcements. Watch out, grenade. All units, Bravo Foxtrot, going now. Take cover. I can. We've lost a man. You wiped out the whole squad.
Why are you hiding?
All units, Bravo Foxtrot, going now. We have a situation. Watch out. Get down.
Pathetic.
Take cover. Does anyone have a visual on the target? Take cover.
You're finished.
That man has fucking jumps. Wait a minute, we're expected to beat fucking hops? You know what, chat? We'll save this for tomorrow. Because as much as we want to throw down with that guy, that's enough to drive Kane wild. I would love it. Anyway, we hope everyone had fun tonight. We know we did, and we'll see everyone next time. Later, mates.